Benjamin Franklin once said that the best investment is in the tools of one owns trade. Well, Xcode is a tool that we all use, so it pays to learn how to use it and to use it well. So today I'm going to show you how to use Xcode to edit your code swiftly and efficiently. The first thing we need to know when mastering our navigation here in these documents is that the lines are broken up into segments. So we have words. So that's a word. This is a word. This is a word. This is a word. We have the whole line. That's all of this. But we also have subwords like my and library and view controller broken up by the capital letters. So when we want to navigate through this, if we use Control and arrow key, we can jump between subwords. So this is the smallest amount of navigation. So my, library, view, controller, super cool. The next one is we can jump whole words. So that's with Option. So Option jumps the whole word over. We can jump all the way over. It'll jump through the characters. And then the final one is with Command. Command allows you to jump all the way to the end or all the way to the beginning of the line. It goes all the way to the text, right? So beginning, end of the text. And with these three commands, you can really start to quickly navigate and edit through your code. Now that we can navigate in between words and subwords and whole lines, the next trick is to add the Shift key. Anytime you add Shift, you're now going to be able to select the text. So if I want to say, just grab library, if I do Shift, Control, and then over arrow, I'm just grabbing library and I can just cut that out. Or if I want to grab a couple of words, I can pull those out. Or let's say I want the whole word, that's going to be Shift, Option, and over. And if I want the whole line, that's going to be Shift, Command, over, or back. And if you release Shift and then move it, it's just going to drop the selection. Finally, if you say you want to select, let's go to library. Let's say I want library, so I'm going to Shift, Command, over, but I only want to, I want to drop the last one. So then I'm just going to use the single arrow key and I can refine my selection there. And so in this way, allows you to quickly select text that you want to see, delete or edit, change it to something else. And that is a nifty little trick. Now that we can navigate our text, and now that we can select our text, the next cool thing that we can do is we can select multiple lines of text. So let's say we had this app notification, and we want to add, say, notification to the end of each one of these enum cases. So we could, go notification and, keep typing that in on each one. And we would look like a chump and be a noob. But today, if you hit Shift and Control using the arrow keys, you can select multiple lines of text. And now that they're selected, now we can go back to our other commands. And I want to go to the end of it. So I'm going to hit Command over. And now I can jump to the end of all of them. And now that I'm there, I can type in notification. And now I've done that for all of them. But you know what? Actually, that's a terrible idea because that's super long. So now I'm going to do Shift, Command, and over, and I can delete them all. And if I hit new lines, it gives me new lines for everything. And this is a terrific way to do that. A cool thing too is that if you could select it, if you hold down Control and Shift, you can select whatever cases you want and then navigate from there. Now I can start moving over just the way I would when I'm navigating using those key commands in any other place. But now it's on whatever lines I've selected. All right, the next thing I want to show you is how to move lines of code up or down. So it's really easy. You use the Option command along with the open and close brace. So let's say I want to move this guy up or down. I can join all these outlets together. And then if I highlight multiple lines of code, I can use it to bring all of them down. And it's a nifty way to just push it through the code. You don't have to, of course I could use, Command X and, Command V to copy and paste it and cut it. But sometimes it's nice to just move it one line down, or let's say I wanted to go down here and I just wanted to quickly move it under the setting of user activity. It's just a nifty little way to push your code around because it's nice to massage it. The final movement of your code is through the command open and close brace. So if you use just command instead of Option command, you can move it left or right and change the indentation. And so when you've been typing and let's say something's misaligned, you can quickly just move it left, move it right. You don't have to be at the start. You can be, anywhere in the code and move it left or right. Here's a cool little trick when you are seeing things like this, where you have a variable and you want to edit all of them in a certain scope. Well, if you look at it, you get your cursor on it, and if you hit Control Command E, that's going to select it, and then now I can edit it all, and I can go, hey, this is misspelled. Let's just take that one off and hit Enter, and we edit that mode, and now they've all been edited, and it's really nifty because then you can fix it all in one go. You don't have to select it. You don't have to do find and replace. The editor will do it for you. My final two tips are for commenting and documenting your code. So let's say we want to add a comment. If we hit Command \, we comment out the line. We can type whatever we want, and that's great. And you can also comment out quickly whole blocks of code by just highlighting and hitting Command /. Adding documentation is similar to adding comments. It just uses all the special functions. So you have Control Option Command and then the /. And when you do that, it's cool because it adds all the documentation that the function or the variable needs. So in this case, it just needs a description and input for the single parameter for the completion. But if you had more, it would add all of those. So you can add our description. We can say, hey, solves the user's equation. And then if I hit tab, it'll jump to the next thing that needs to be filled. Completion returns the solution. And the cool thing is you can add like note, does this on main thread. I don't think it does, but you could add that note. So now when you select this, when you option click it, it'll pull up all of that information that we carefully added. And it's super useful. And you can even click in to see that if you were to be doing this somewhere else in your code, it would jump to it. And it's a really nifty thing. And I highly recommend you do it because you'll love it. Your fellow developers will love it. And it's super helpful. And it's super easy with Command Option Control /. Well, I hope you've enjoyed these tips. They are extremely helpful for me. I use them every single day. They'll help you move through your code and edit and make it more pleasurable while you edit your code and while you type your stuff out, when you can just navigate fluidly. Please hit a like to subscribe, support this channel, and I appreciate your help.